one of the best mods that probably will grace EU5 in quite some time just dropped yesterday. And it is something that I think fixes one of the big glaring issues with Europa Universalis 5, and we're going to take a quick look at it. And to do that, I'm going to click in and play as England. And no, we're not talking about the Rivers map mode, Rivers mod, that's second best. But England has 233 dynamic historical events, and we are told that compared to EU4's England, this is, much, much higher. Compared to EU4 in general, the amount of unique events for countries is also much higher. These dynamic historical events there's more in EU5 than in EU4. But unlike with EU4, the ones in EU5 are very difficult to find. They're very difficult to have happen. A great example of that is, as England, getting the Tudors to actually be in power, right? Because you need to go through the War of the Roses, which already is very, very difficult to have happen. Once the War of the Roses have concluded, obviously you get Henry Tudor. But it's very difficult to actually have that happen because there are so many prerequisites necessary to get there. This mod, called Unique Events tab, is exactly that. It's a tab, a country events tab, where you can go through, sort by the historical period, and see exactly what all of the events that your country can fire will do. It gives you some flavor text, it gives you the requirements for that event to fire, and it gives you the, not exactly the specific bonuses that you'll get, but it will give you, it will increase your prestige. How much? Well, you just have to find out. It's fine. But I loaded in as England, obviously, because England has an insane amount of DHEs. Although it says 225, and the game said 233, so I don't know which one is correct here. But, in my opinion, this solves one of the huge problems with EU5, and that is that you just can't find these events. You can't know what is coming up, when to do things. One of the great examples is as Milan as well. I love playing Milan, it's my favorite country. Getting the Ambrosian Republic as Milan is actually really freaking difficult. You go in and see Milan, you see the country bonuses, you scroll down, and you see... Oh, actually not in there. Is it in here? Where's the Ambrosian Republic government reform? I thought it was in here somewhere. I might be complete... Oh, it's in Republic, isn't it? Ambrosian Republic. Getting this Ambrosian Republic, 25 crown power and 5 morale, that's a really good government reform. But how am I supposed to actually fire that? How do I get that to fire? Well, the way I would do it now is I would open up my country events finder and I would search for the Ambrosian Republic. Personally, I know that it requires the Sforza character to appear, and then something to do with I'm not even sure what it's called. Something to do with dynasties and having a daughter and no heir and all this kind of nonsense. And it's really difficult to have fire, because it also requires you to have, if I recall correctly, under 80 stability. Now, I would be able to just go and find where that event is, and I'm going to quickly go and do that. And here it is. A man of force and determination. This is talking about the character of, I forget his first name, Sforza. And you can see that the requirements are between 1420 and 1466. It will happen, time to happen of 5 months. Unfortunately, not everything can be summarized cleanly. So things, you might need to look into things a little bit more in certain cases. But you'll get a character, and then if said character is still alive, Emlo Sforza must be alive, can't be the ruler, can't be the heir, can't be married, and then he needs to be at most 40. So this is how I screwed up when I did it, because I married Sforza to my daughter. This fires an event, and if I recall correctly, it allows you to marry Sforza to your daughter. And then there is some more stuff about him, but essentially, this allows you to see what events you can get in your country. And there's a lot. There's obviously a lot for a lot of different countries. Even a country that doesn't have anything in specific will still have, the generic events. And I'm not sure if it'll actually show you this. I think this is just for the specific country event. So if you hop on someone like, I don't know, Kerman, who doesn't have anything, you're not going to find anything there. But for people like Milan, England, Bohemia, all the list of countries that has a bunch of unique stuff, this is a bit of a godsend. And I'm just real happy that something like this exists, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be adding it to every game that I play from now on that doesn't have achievement requirements, because unfortunately it is, it is a UI element, it is a UI mod, and therefore achievements will not be compatible. Right now, it is up on the on Steam Workshop. Downloads, super simple and easy. Not achievement compatible, and also not compatible with other mods that change the UI. Personally, I find the Glorp UI mod another one of my absolute must-haves, and so initially I was a little bit unhappy, let's say, that they wouldn't be able to work together. But then looking 6 hours ago, Glorp wrote Glorp. So I feel like this may be that there is going to be a compatibility mod being added, or perhaps it will be just rolled into Glorp in general. I don't know. Probably the former, not the latter. But either way, I think that this is something that you should check out for yourself, and maybe there will be events that nobody has seen before that you manage to find because of this. Has anyone ever had an exceptional writer happen? Probably. Honestly, probably. But, there's a lot of different things here that, may not, be something that you have seen before, and that you'll be able to, find out how to get them to fire because of this mod. So just last one, we'll have a look at the Romans, and we'll see, click a random one. Hey, Chashazam. Oh, actually, as the Romans, this will probably also show you the requirements for becoming Hellenist. That will probably be in here somewhere. I don't know what Hey Chasm is. Oh, it's just because I've clicked it. I was like, this is a new area. No, it isn't. It'll probably be in here somewhere. Become Catholic is another one that I have not seen before, but I'm not gonna. There it is. Gemistus Plathon. This is the guy that comes up and ends up turning you into Hellenic. So you can see, it's going to happen between 1410 and 1430 that he appears. And then is this one? No, this is Mr. Orban. Is there something in here for Hellenism? I would have hoped so. I wonder, does this get updated after the fact? Like, Gemistus Plathon has to be here? Is it the case that more events will be shown in this country events thing if this event has already fired? Because there might be I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it is worth playing around with. I've just saw this mod recently. I had to talk about it, have to show it off. But I have not dove deep into it yet. I have not completed or even started a campaign with it yet. So I'm gonna go do that. I encourage you to do it as well, and we'll see if there is any foibles and things that we can find out about the game because of this wonderful mod. Anyway, that's it for now from me. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This Saturday, I am going to be streaming myself playing as Milan in a multiplayer that is going to be, I hope, quite fun. This is the player map mode. There's me on Milan. I have a neighbor in Venice. There's also a Sicily, Savoy, Austria. So, it's nice and it's compact. We're only seeding Europe. There's about 24, 25 players. Yeah, I'm hoping to have a good game. So if you want to follow my Twitch, there's a link in the description. And I will be playing my favorite country in multiplayer very, very shortly. But anyway, thanks all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.